The quality of your entire day is largely determined by the quality of your first hour. This is not a motivational platitude, it is a well-supported pattern in productivity research. The decisions you make, the mental state you establish, and the clarity of direction you build in the first 60 minutes after waking set the cognitive and emotional baseline for everything that follows. Most people start their day reactively, phone in hand before they are out of bed, email and social media pulling their attention before they have directed it at anything meaningful. By the time they sit down to do the work that matters most, they are already scattered, already responding to other people's agendas, and already running a deficit of the focused attention that the most important work requires. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a morning routine that uses AI to make you more focused, more intentional, and more productive across your entire day, in as little as 45 minutes from start to finish. 5 specific habits, each with a clear AI tool and a clear purpose, that together create a morning that puts you in front of your best work rather than behind everyone else's. Habit 1 is an AI-assisted daily planning session, and this is the habit that has the highest single impact on the quality of the rest of your day. Most people plan their day one of 2 ways. They either look at their calendar and to-do list and start with whatever feels most urgent, or they do not plan at all and work reactively from their inbox. Neither approach produces the kind of focused, prioritized day that moves the most important work forward. The AI-assisted planning session replaces this with a 10-minute structured process. Here is exactly how it works. Open Claude and give it the following context: your top 2 or 3 priorities for the week, the tasks you have already committed to today, meetings, deadlines, fixed appointments, and the amount of genuine deep work time you have available. Then, ask it to help you design your ideal day, in what order to tackle your priorities, when to protect time for deep work, how to sequence the tasks you have no choice about, and what you should deprioritize or push if time runs short. The output is a specific prioritized plan built around your actual constraints, rather than an aspirational list that falls apart by 9 o'clock. The planning session takes 10 minutes and pays compound dividends across the entire day. Professionals who consistently plan their day with this level of specificity report significantly higher rates of completing their most important work compared to those who plan vaguely or not at all. Habit 2 is an AI-powered knowledge briefing, the habit that ensures you start your day informed about the things that are relevant to your work without spending an hour scrolling through news and social media. The typical professional who consumes news and industry content in the morning does so in a largely unstructured way. A mix of relevant and irrelevant information, delivered in a format optimized for engagement rather than comprehension, consumed in a distracted state. The result is significant time spent and relatively little useful information retained. AI restructures this in a way that takes about 5 minutes. Once a week, set up a prompt in Claude that describes your professional focus area, the topics most relevant to your work, and the kind of information that would be most useful for you to be aware of. Industry trends, specific competitor developments, regulatory changes, or whatever is most relevant to your field. Each morning, spend 5 minutes giving Claude the key headlines you have seen or asking it to help you process a specific piece of information and ask it to translate it into clear implications for your work. The goal is not to know more in a general sense. It is to start your day with a clear sense of what has changed that matters to you and what you should be thinking about differently because of it. 5 focused minutes of AI-assisted information processing is worth more than 45 minutes of unfocused scrolling. Habit 3 is an AI-assisted reflection and intention-setting practice. And this is the habit most skeptical people skip initially, and most consistent practitioners say they value most. The reflection and intention practice is not journaling in the traditional sense. It is a structured 10-minute conversation with Claude designed to surface what is actually on your mind before the day starts, to identify any anxiety or resistance that might be affecting your focus, and to set a clear intention for how you want to approach the day. Not just what you want to do, but how you want to be as you do it. Here is the structure that works. Ask Claude 3 questions in sequence. First, what am I carrying into today that I have not fully processed? Second, what is the one thing that will make today feel worthwhile, regardless of everything else? Third, where am I most likely to get in my own way today? And what does doing the opposite of that look like? The answers to these questions, when written honestly and reflected on before the day begins, produce a quality of self-awareness that makes everything else more effective. You know what you are avoiding, you know what matters most, and you have named the internal obstacle most likely to derail you, which research consistently shows makes it significantly less likely to do so. Habit 4 is an AI-driven learning block, a 15-minute period dedicated to intentional skill development using the AI accelerated learning method. The professional who dedicates 15 focused minutes per morning to deliberate learning in a relevant skill area will develop significantly more capability over a year than one who learns only when they have a specific need and enough time. 15 minutes per day is 90 hours per year, the equivalent of 2.5 university course weeks of structured learning, compounding week over week. Use Claude as your tutor during this block. Pick one skill or subject area relevant to your career development. A technical skill, a leadership concept, an industry topic, a language, and spend 15 minutes engaging with it specifically. Ask Claude to teach you one concept in depth. Ask it 3 follow-up questions about that concept. Ask it to give you a real-world example and then generate 3 quiz questions to test your retention. Done consistently, this habit produces a measurable improvement in relevant professional knowledge within 60 to 90 days. And because AI allows you to tailor the learning precisely to your level and your focus area, the efficiency of 15 AI-assisted minutes significantly exceeds 15 minutes of reading alone. Habit 5 is an AI-assisted output block. The first 30 minutes of focused, intentional work, protected from distraction, used to produce something meaningful before the reactive demands of the day begin. Most people check their email first thing. This is one of the most reliably productivity-destroying habits in professional life, because it shifts your attention from output to input before you have produced anything. Email is other people's agenda. Your most important work is yours. The AI-assisted output block solves this by directing your focused attention at your most important creative or intellectual task first, with AI available as a thinking partner rather than as the task itself. Before you start, ask Claude for a brief thinking prompt related to your top priority. A question or a frame that helps you approach the work with fresh eyes. Then close everything except the document or tool you need and work on that task for 30 focused minutes. At the end of the block, spend 3 minutes with Claude doing a brief review. What did you produce? What is the most important next step? And what should you carry forward to the next session? This closing loop takes 3 minutes and significantly improves continuity between work sessions. Those are the 5 habits. An AI-assisted daily planning session to direct your attention at what matters. A knowledge briefing to start informed rather than overwhelmed. A reflection and intention practice to clear your head and set your direction. A learning block to compound your professional capability. and a protected output block to produce your most important work before the day becomes reactive. Together, these 5 habits take 45 to 60 minutes and produce a quality of morning and a quality of day that is genuinely different from the reactive, distracted alternative most professionals are currently living. The AI Proof, your career guide, is in the description. 14 pages and an instant download. Subscribe for new videos every Monday and Thursday. Drop a comment below. Which of these 5 habits are you going to start with tomorrow?